summer, and we're not out of it. I'm not going to give up. The boys know it. I'm not giving up. It's going to be a long year.
What major changes have you made in the truck? Of course, it's an '89 Ford now. Did you change engines? Did you change chassis, or what? Did we just put a new dress on an old lady, or what's the story here?
Well, we kind of dressed up the old dog. Still got the same frame, new sheet metal from Ford. Motor has been freshened, and we've had problems with it. You know, we just missed that tune-up there a little bit. Had some bad numbers. That didn't help any. But it'll turn around. I'm confident of that. The truck's good. It's a proven truck. Motor's a proven item. All I got to do is get it dialed in.
Well, now let's find out if Mike Stow has got that Bulldog Racing team and the Bad Dog dialed in as he's rolling.
Richard, the engine's not on top. You can notice it's fattening up. Okay, he has to hit the brakes quick, Richard. He shuts it down inside the 75-foot mark. Now, that's a foul line in this sport. He will be able to come back. I have no idea what the problem is with the truck. But Stow is trying to get the gremlins out of the new combination. He's got to come back later in the field. We understand it may be an electrical problem. We'll check and let you know later.
So the boogeyman continues to haunt the Bad Dog as we get ready next for Jim Brockman and the Kodiak Dodge. Jim is out of New Haven, Indiana.
Jim Brockman has to be, in my opinion, one of the most intelligent pullers I know. He studies the track. He's really a dot your I, cross your T type of guy. If anybody can figure the track out early, it's going to be Brockman with the Kodiak Dodge looking to run, working the left side. The weight looks perfect, Richard. An ideal run in Fishersville, Virginia.
And yes, we do. We've got us a new leader, 298.04. Jim Brockman, the Kodiak Dodge, now takes over the lead.
I doubt that pass will hold up. We had to use the brake on it pretty hard to keep it from going out of bounds on this side of the track, but that's just part of it. We didn't want to lose the momentum until we just absolutely had to use the brake.
Okay, you used the brake, but to keep you inbounds, but some of the other guys are going to have to go through your tracks now. Are they going to have problems doing that?
No, I think we got a real good maintenance crew here. They'll pack that track down pretty good, and the dirt's going back together pretty good, Army. I think it'll be all right.
And up next is our two-time national champion, Ken Lamont, the plain old toolbox Midnight Express out of Crossville, Illinois, powered by a 572 Arius engine.
You know, Richard, I noticed something. Brockman ran off the extreme left side of the track. Lamont comes out right behind him, does not follow in the footprint. His engine's got a real weird sound to it. It was sparking on him just a little bit, but he's laying down a good run. Brockman was right. This track's going to come around.
Waiting for Ken's distance, 292.74, a nice distance despite the fact the engine just didn't sound like it was up to par.
I know it's not exactly what you're looking for. The motor sounded like it was a fueling problem.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a fueling problem or if it's an ignition problem. We put on a fresh blower. Anytime you put on a fresh blower, you pack more air into the cylinder and it makes it harder to spark. So I don't know if with the changes we've fattened it, but tomorrow everything's going to be new, so hopefully the same thing's not going to happen again. Anytime Red Man goes to putting up this kind of money for a point series, you got him set on kill. I want to win. That's just all there is to it.
Well, Ken Lamont is not going to win with his distance, but he made a nice run. When we come back, boy, we have got some top stars online talking about Lige McLean's Rowdy. Another shot for the defending national champion, Mike Stow's Bad Dog, and we're going to see Mark Hare's smooth Jack Daniels on the track. Great action straight ahead on Power Tracks. Two-wheel drive trucks on the All-American Pulling Series, Redman and TNT in Fishersville, Virginia. And out next is Lige McLean, the Rowdy Chevrolet out of DeMossville, Kentucky. Remember, the distance to beat on this 300-foot track is 298.04.
The man that's sitting on top of this thing with a 298 says it can be done. The question is, where are you going to set the sled to do it? DeMossville, Kentucky native comes out of the middle. It worked for Ken Lamont. It will not work for him. The distance lead will stay at a 298, Richard.
Lige McLean with a distance of 278.97. That is his wife, Carol, as we go trackside with Army.
Lige, the middle of the track, looks like a good place to go. The horsepower was holding for you. It just wasn't able to get that last 25 or 30 feet tonight.
It just kind of pulled down here on the other end on me. Sure did.
If you had to make a change right now, you could do it again. What would you do different?
I'd probably move a weight back. I was a little bit nose heavy.
How much?
Probably 100 pounds.
Well, now we're going to see, once again, Mike Stow and the Bad Dog Ford find out if he got his problems repaired.
Well, like we say, I believe it was electrical problems. They've gone back. They changed the magneto on the truck. the engine, it's the same engine he ran last year. They have made some internal changes, and he just can't seem to get it squared away. It's not working again. You notice the exhaust cylinder starting to pump out raw fuel. That's a good run. Now he's in trouble. Stow's having some problems.
277.11 for Mike Stow, and your defending national champion continues to be haunted. As he shuts the engine down, he is not going to be anywhere close to our lead distance of 298.04 held by Jim Brockman. Here's Army with Mike.
Where was the smoke coming from? You didn't seem to worry about it. You could see the smoke, but you stayed after it.
Yeah, I just think valve covers probably got loose. I got new gaskets on them. It probably just worked loose after the first run. I needed to check them, but I didn't have time.
You going to be a contender for this national championship for the summer tour?
Well, we're going to try like hell.
That's about all Mike Stow can do is try at this point in time. Here's Wayne Roush. He's out with his second truck. It's the little red truck, the Dodge, out of Dublin, Ohio.
You know, a lot of people have a tendency to want to count this truck out, but when this class was started years ago, this truck won the first national championship ever. It's been around a long time, but it still works. And look at the ground speed. He's starting to hook and drift a little bit to the left, but Roush is laying down a shot.
A good pull for an old truck, 290.70 for Wayne Roush and the little red truck Dodge. And that brings out next Anthony Beam and the Texas Tension. He's out of Lacoste, Texas.
Anthony, a long way from the Lone Star State, sitting in the beautiful Virginia mountains, would love to put a win under his belt. Like you said earlier, this is the second stop of 10 major pulls that the Red Men people have put some big bucks up for these guys. A long way from Texas, but if you're going to be a national champion, you got to go where the money is. Good starting line. Now he missed the weight. That's going to hurt. But he stays after it, Richard. Not as bad as we thought. Trying to go on the other side of a 298.
269.87 is the skied high in the Texas Tension. Not going to put him in the top 5 here in Fishersville.
No, he really missed the weight on that truck. That's a tough break.
Well, expect a good, smooth run out of our next driver. It is the Jack Daniels machine, driven by Mark Hare. Mark is out of Springfield, Ohio. 27 years old, but he's been pulling trucks for some 12 years.
Yeah, he actually started off pulling tractors and switched over to the truck. He's got a little bit of a problem. You notice the smoke coming out. Now, normally you would call that death smoke, but what it is...